lands with untold treasures urge them to cross the vast Atlantic. A new paradise awaited them, as did new dangers and pitfalls. The land was occupied, and the residents were loath to give it up to the interlopers. What followed was years of bloody war, as the newcomers fought to control the land they thought was rightfully theirs. This is the land's history. Will you change it?
Welcome back, my dearest, evilest, unholiest, sexiest demons. Welcome back to ever so amazing random Cossacks, where I'm playing some individual sexy single missions in this an amazing GSE series of amazing real-time strategy games that are unbelievably awesome. And at the moment we are doing ever so amazing American Conquest. Not American Conquest Fight Back, but American Conquest. And this is gonna be a mission again, the Return of the White Gods. Now the Return of the White Gods is an actual tutorial mission in Fight Back expansion. That's how it's called. I recognize it because of this. Now I have no clue if it's any different. From what I'm seeing, it's the same damnable map that I remember. So it's the same damnable thing. There could be a difference in terms of if the main enemy here, the Mayas, attack actually through this little pass of Rohan. If they do, that's a little bit of a difference, because in that tutorial mission I played an impossible difficult, it was quite an easy mission. So again, if it is truly a tutorial mission, I'm not even gonna feel it, but it's a great mission to show off American Conquest mechanics. They're quite different than, of course, COSSACKS 1, COSSACKS 2, Heroes and Allied Empires, all the GSC real-time strategy games it is. All of them are unique because all of them have interesting mechanics implemented. And that's what I adore about GSC. All of them are different enough to be amazing to play. So we're gonna be playing the Return of the White Gods on the impossible difficulty. You're not even gonna feel it, to be honest. I'm not even gonna feel it. So we are Francisco de Montoya, and you will fight for Spain, no less. You must destroy and rape and pillage and burn the Mayan tribes and completely annihilate them then, if you need to. If though you don't have to, but you have to. So let's begin. It's gonna be a very interesting mission because of the fact that we have to save certain things here immediately. There are some storehouses, but we cannot do it in time, so we are fudged. If you do succeed saving them with your peasantry, good luck. But I don't think, because of how the fire works in this game, the buildings just go poof immediately the moment the fire starts, so it's a GG anyway. We have disembarked on the shore of Yucatan. Your troops are destroying a native settlement. If you can capture a Mayan building and extinguish the flames, repair it, you will save the stored provisions. Overall objectives: search out and destroy the Mayas. Press F1 for mission objectives. And so this is where we are. And these are the damnable things. You see already down, it's a nothing. It's honestly like nothing. Let's move in here. We have our beautiful, ever so amazing infantry, but they are not important. Let's try to do it the same thing I did a long time ago while I played the first time. Immediately build an outpost. Select your units, all of them, Control A, do remember it's Control A, and prepare to extinguish some fires, but not really. It's all about raping and pillaging. We're gonna position all of our soldiers inside the outpost, which is actually a fort, and then we'll be defending from that fort. And nobody, and I do mean nobody, will be able to defeat us. they won't be able to reach us. We're gonna be attacked by 2 Mayan tribes, little small outposts of their own, upon us because they are douchebags that way. We do need milk because of the food. Food is already on 746 and it's going down, my friends. Here we also have an amazing mountain officer which we can utilize to go to any of those Mayan position, Mayan, whatever positions, and they will stop attacking you for 1000 wooden Z's. If you really wanted that, but you don't want that. Why? Because you don't have to be honest. We'll see if that actually works for us. That's the question. If that actually works for us. So immediately opening fire by our men inside. We have 25 men. We'll need more. We will be needing more. Specifically, we're going to be immediately spam. Well, we don't even have to spam a huge chunk of stuff here. We're going to wait out here. We're going to build a lot of peasantry as soon as we can and put them inside immediately into the outpost. Because of the fact that we can put 75 max, so if we have the max the crap out of, the enemy can't even reach us to flame us. And that's the nice point in this sexy game. Let's immediately position our men. Run away, run away. They immediately like kill us off like nobody's bitch here. Immediately. 2 furious native tribes are celebrating around those monuments of stone. They are going to attack you. Your mounted officer can conclude a temporary truce with one of the tribe. Send him to the stone monuments. Be careful, as they will attack you. They will rape and pillage him most of the time probably. So we're not gonna even do anything of that nature. But we will build a lot of peasantry. From what I've gathered, these forts do not waste coal or iron for utilizing the guns, the muskets and all that inside. So that's one of the great things. But fortresses actually do waste that. The fortresses do waste that, my friends. The fortress, and also when they start dying out of because no food, these guys do stay alive. So the food thingy doesn't work on the units inside buildings, and that's one of the sexy parts in this sexy game. Now for storehouses here you can see 5 man maximum you can position inside. This is actually quite an important point in the game, as it is one of those things that work well for those mechanics. And if someone can actually survive and put a little bit of food for us here, that would be very, very good. Thankfully, they're not dying by a dozen, so they will have succeeded in positioning a little bit of food. So we're gonna wait out here. Our friends inside the fort are gonna have fun, as they're gonna completely annihilate all of the Germans that are approaching us. Even though they're coming in droves, it's okay. It's okay. The distance that our guns can open fire, 3775. Slowly but surely, let's again spam a few. Thank you very much. We're gonna spam a few, secure ourselves here. The good to remember, we have 5 units in. We can have 5 max units inside here. They can defend by shooting with their own muskets, and that's the sexy gist of it. And that way they defend that little area. You don't have to need to have this massive fort to defend all that. Thank you very much. Can someone please kill him maybe? That would be very, very cool. How many men do we have? 4. Okay, let's position again a huge chunk of people inside for as much as we can. Thank you very much. Let's get inside. So that way at least we have something of a thing going for us here. Again, I'm gonna concentrate a little bit on wood for now. I'm gonna spam a little bit more of our peasantry. These specific peasantry are gonna go and take 75 here. Add the additional bunch of people inside, because we need to do that, my friends. We need to do that. Now, of course, they can go on a line of fire. They might get killed or even captured by the tribes themselves. That's something we don't really want to happen. But as you can see, we kind of survived that. Thank you very much. Coming from the left, coming from the bottom. And the moment we have these 75 full, it's a GG. So this is one of those mechanics in the game that really work for the game itself. And this is something I'm so proud of. I'm so happy about, because it's so unique. You know, every building can be occupied by your forces. Doesn't matter who occupies it, but it may matter in terms of defense. If the enemy enters this full of peasants, or if this fort was full of peasants, I'm guessing they would take that fort easily if they, you know, because they're peasants. They're not supposed to be fighting a good fight. And again, and that's it. This is all we have to do reality-wise for the mission, for the moment at least. The moment they get a little bit too close and start flaming us, that's gonna be an issue. Now, of course, we need the wood. We need the wood. Thank you very much. We need the storehouse, which we position right here. I'm gonna position right here. Thank you very much. And put immediately men inside. So we have some kind of protection. This is kind of like a line of like tower defense thing, but this is a building defense thing. And again, a very nice thing for this game indeed. Wood is going down, of course, because we just built something. Let's position people inside. The maximum for the store is 15 people inside. I'm gonna do that immediately so they can protect the gatherers as they collect wood at least. So that's nice also. That's 15 people opening fire upon the Germans, which are actually just natives. Excellent stuff, right? So there's a big difference, even though it keeps all, you know, this is what's amazing about the GSC RTS games. They keep everything that, all the, like 7 damnable resources, right? Sorry, 7, 2, wait, 2, 4, 6? That, what, which game has 7? Oh, that's Empire Earth. Empire Earth has 7? Yeah, I think Empire Earth has 7. God damn it, too many games. Anyway, they always keep the 6 resources, right? Or 7 resources, or some bunch of evil resources. Am I forgetting a resource? No, 6 resources. Yes, 6 resources. Sorry, yes, 6 resources. 6 resources, and they always keep that in all of their games. And that's something I really like. 59. Something I really enjoy is that they don't dump down the game in any of their game. All of their games have that, right? And that's really cool thing. Like, they just change the mechanics of the gameplay. So in American Conquest, it's about capturing the buildings, so you don't just pass a building and capture it, right? Because they don't have any kind of defenders. But in this one, you can capture every building, compared to COSSACKS 1, where you can't capture military buildings. At least not that I know of, for instance. And you can capture them, but just entering the building, killing the occupants, if there are any. As you can see, they're already killed. Now, I don't know if they killed, or was the moment they captured one of them, and the immediate musket just opened fire upon that peasantry and said, no, you will not belong to the tribes of the east or the west, you will belong to us. Now again, we could have just gone with our officer, give him a little bit of wood immediately at the start, and that would have been kind of a GG. Let's upgrade our improved methods of grain treatment. Now finally, we can a little bit look into the depth of this game in terms of, well, in-depth look in the game about collection, upgrades, buildings, and all that, because again, it's quite a good mission to, again, tutorial sort of mission, so else bells. Food procurement 140%, only 850 food, and that's exactly what we need. If we want a really big thingy, we want a real big kahuna burger, we need a lot of peasantry, and that's something I can allow myself, a 21 peasantry right here. No need to actually enter this. 74 to 75, enough of people. Like, they're gonna be annihilating everything that comes into the region. Do remember the ranges of this are ridiculous. They are ridiculous. At least 1 peasant, there you go. Now, forts are the only structures and fortresses that can build units, right? So you have to upgrade them, of course, but they're the only freaking, well, you don't have to upgrade them to install the specific unit. To recruit a certain unit, you need other buildings, like a blacksmith, right? Like a blacksmith, which is a blacksmith. Look at that douchebag. Can someone kill him, maybe? No? I like you guys. I like you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna position this here, so we can enter that immediately the moment we build the damnable thing. You guys get inside here. Sorry, not gather the wood. Thank you very much. The problem are these guys. They might be able to capture our friends here. Enter this. Run away from this side. Enter from this side. They're gonna go around. They're gonna get too close to the Indians, and that's gonna be a bad mojo. So we have a classical blacksmith. And remember, every nation has their own look, and that's a nice thing about it. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Now you know. Excellent stuff. Let's collect now wood. Now we have a full blacksmith, 10 people inside. That's good enough, right? Sexy like a beast. Thank you very much. So again, it plays is the same as COSSACKS. It doesn't change in terms of what buildings you need. You still have the academy, which is actually called town center here. You do have dwellings, which are a little bit of a different thing. You have dwellings, which can produce peasantry, but you have 3 levels of that. So this is number 1. Number 2 looks completely different looking building. Number 3 looks like completely different building, and that's amazing thing also. That believe that's just the difference is the production, how fast they produce, how sexually they produce, and all the good stuff. So we can upgrade certain things. Now as per usual, there is similar. The blacksmith is similar to the blacksmith in COSSACKS, quite similar. So you have the field durability, which is the same, and you have, of course, the production of the units, straight up production of the units and stuff like that. Similar, quite similar. So, but specifically when it comes to field, that is collection, the agricultural thing. That's the thing. Okay, so now for us, we're gonna, because we have 4,000, we can spam a little bit, getting those beautiful sexy upgrades. So that's field durability, so they don't screw themselves up a little bit too much. I'm gonna leave the officer alive for as much as possible, maybe around this location. There is a mine of Mordor right here, and now that we have built a blacksmith, we can build a mine. And we can go for the gold mine. Why the gold mine first? Because that's I believe when it comes to COSSACK, the gold doesn't really matter which their game. The goal is the goal, and that's the most important freaking thing in the game. So you always need the gold. Okay, you guys collect, thank you very much. And again, it's the opening fire. So what I'm gonna be doing here, this is a little bit of a difference compared when first time I played. I kinda mixed nicely between building the units and defending from the same thing, right? Before I really started building a lot of buildings. And in that way I had an army defending this point and defend this point. But you see, as you can see here, and which proved by that one fort mission that we played against the French, as British, proved how much the valuable your units inside buildings are. Very valuable. Very valuable. So in this game specifically, of course. Because that's the mechanic they added. But anyway, we have enlarged mines. Again, same as in previous game, right? But a little bit different, that you specifically need a specific building to specifically upgrade to level 3 and 4 and all that stuff. So for now we can only get number 2. So we're gonna get for number 2 for 1,000 wood, 250 gold, and food 1,000. It's perfect because we are not that great on gold at the moment, which is okay. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna spend a huge amount of peasants. And for the next fort, we will be needing 1,000 wood and 20,000 stone. And that, my dear evil friends, is a lot of stone. Like, that's a lot of stone. There are stone mines. There is a, believe, some kind of an evil other type of mine, which is a evil mine. Get inside, thank you very much. And this is it. Now, so it's definitely the same as in the tutorial mission of the original in the Fight Back expansion. It's the same thing. I'm not being attacked by a Mayans of those the blue guys. This is Iroquois, which are Iroquois. I don't know. Those German names really do escape me sometime. But anyway, those guys. So this is actually an iron mine. Again, you can see definitely by the difference of the aesthetic, that is the architectural difference. As you can see, these are specifically stone mines. Sorry, that's a stone mine? Really? Yes. Oh yeah, this is a coal mine. These are the stone mines. Sorry, my bad. This is a coal mine. Do we need these two? Well, I think the iron is gonna be the thing, because yeah, iron, gold for our harquebusiers and for the halberdiers. So iron is gonna be the gist of it. But again, because we are at the level 2, that's great. But I think this is where we're gonna be going for specifically a lot of stone. So level 2 stone, we're gonna upgrade it as much as possible, my dearest evilest friends. We're gonna upgrade as much as possible. Shipyard, we can position it right here, for instance. We can get a nice advantage point and utilize it as a defense structure just for in case. And that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing here. Thank you very much. This is a full house, I would say 15. Excellent. I hope they don't get captured by a bunch of Germans that are approaching this location. Now these are of course the enemy. Those are peasants, really? It seems their peasants can actually attack you with bow and arrow. That's a bad mojo. So we can actually build our first shipyard. And the first shipyard of course has ships inside, if you can imagine that. But you don't have fishing ships in this one. Let's get inside. So you can build boats, which will build one. That's a lot of wood. 1,200 wood, 400 gold, and iron 100. You can build transports, classical thing, but you can upgrade them. You know, you can 10% to repair of ferries, and you can ferry movement speed. You have caravels, you have COSSACKS, and you have frigates. And then I don't think you have battleships on this one, though. But there, now these, I think they only have like a few guys with rifles on them, and that's it. But again, no fishing ships of any kind. So dwellings. I'm gonna build a lot of dwellings. A lot of dwellings. I don't know if I should position... I'm gonna position one dwelling here, because the enemy does attack this location. I'm gonna defend that location with peasantry. Again, they will be able to defend from this point. There 50 people can enter this damnable thing and defend like bosses. And there you go, our very first beat, which beat can actually shoot people from this stones, and he needs iron and coal, of course. Let's upgrade you, thank you very much. I have no idea why we cannot select this officer for some reason. Have no clue, but it does not matter whatsoever. Let's enter this. Thank you. Defend this as much as possible. But I think also that certain dwellings for the other nations are a little different. They can actually add more space and stuff like that. We would like preferably to look at storehouses, which can hold 15 people, and they can nicely defend against possible enemy encroachments with more guns. It's all about whose gun is bigger, mine or yours. You always know that Demon's gun is bigger. Always. Right? Control 2. This is gonna be Control 2. Let's spam a huge chunk of peasants, because we need peasantry. Excellent. Now we're gonna be defending immediately, and again seeing a little bit more. And that's the beautiful stuff about this game. Buildings. They're actually useful. I always like garrisoning buildings in games. I always considering one of those important things. Let's annoy these guys, see how much we're gonna be wasting. We can actually disable these guys by capturing this location, and that's a GG. They will not be attacking you. But for now, we're gonna be enjoying the exploration of building things. I think that's the more important stuff here. So we build the mines, we build all the mines we can actually. So if we want a fortress, to build a fortress, you need to build a fortress. But for building a fortress, you will need a lot. But for now, we're gonna concentrate on getting a lot of wood, food. Food is very important, as always. We can finally upgrade to the level 2 of field durability by 300%, or procurement of food, which requires 6,000 wood and food 10,000. That's a lot of motherfucking food. But for now, we're gonna go for the field durability, so it does not go into the nothingness. 2,400 wood we have, gold 250 we have, and iron 400, which we do not have. And here our friends arrive. Now they can be attacked. They should be able to, yeah, as you can see, be attacked by a bunch of Germans. Let's get from this location. We can build a caravel, sorry, which could annihilate completely with that, but honestly they're gonna be as useless as they come in general, because of the fact they're gonna be wasting a lot of iron, which we will be needing, and a lot of coal, which we'll be needing. So in general, we're not gonna be wasting anything with those. For now, we're gonna have to wait for the fortress, and I believe for the fortress, when we build a fortress, then we can build additional stuff. Then we can build an academy, and then all the stuff. And that's the gist of it. So we need 4,000 wood, I believe, mind you. I'm not certain, I'm not like a pro shit, but from what I'm seeing, there's nothing else to build, right? So, GG, Demon. GG indeed. I don't need any upgrades here, unless I have to upgrade specifically here. Blockhouse, building HP plus 10k. I don't think I'll be needing to do that. But I'm gonna help out a little bit. You see the damage I'm doing here, it's massive. The damage we're doing here is massive. Let's see. Well, let's see how much 10, 15, definitely an additional storehouse would be beneficial right here, maybe. For what exactly? What do I want to do with that storehouse? Well, nothing. Wood. Let's then concentrate on gathering the wood. And of course, all the upgrades you really want are already in the town center that you have to upgrade, of course. Should I first build, then upgrade all the stuff like that, which it would seem will take a lot of time. A lot. And as I say that, there's a fortress. You can build a fortress with no problems attached to it. Should we build a fortress? To be honest, I don't want to build a fortress here. I would like to build it in front of the Maya main settlement. That means that it's time for us to start building infantry and units like that. That's only 5,000 this, 4,000 of this. It was the goal that it was an issue here, my friends. This was the goal that was most an issue. So we can start a little bit like building up so we can defend this location. That's what I really want to do. To defend this location, I want to build specifically storehouses because they have a lot more units that I can position. Thank you very much. Fall back for now. Okay, excellent. We position that and defend this while we build soldiers. That's the gist of it. That's all I want to do, sexually do. Touch upon certain positions of the enemy, this way, and it's a GG. Okay, let's get over here. Storehouse over here, right in the center, right in the smack of things. And that way we annoy the enemy so they can't reach this while we are building soldiers. Remember, the moment we start building soldiers, this thing doesn't open fire. So you have to stop them from firing before opening fire. There you go. If you understood what I said, I don't understand what the fuck I said, but that's okay. So we're gonna utilizing as a tower defense thing. As we did before, we're gonna do it again. Right? Blacksmith. Well, we could additional blacksmith is always welcome, I guess. It's not that it's gonna give us a huge chunk of anything, but hell's mother humping bells. Fall back. Excellent. We kill that wave. I hope that's the only wave for now. Do remember, this is like 15 guys inside. 15 guys. There only 10 can go into the blacksmith, so that's going to be a little bit problematic. Guys, can you maybe enter? Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Run away, if you can. How many men inside? 10. Okay. So again, it's all about me just positioning there so I can defend. It's not that hard much. I'm just having a little bit of fun and, doing it this way. It's a little bit of a different way. And I mean, hell's bells, it's my right at the end of the day because I'm just too damn sexy. Just too damnable sexy. Okay, definitely additional building right here. Just wonder what kind of a building. Dwelling? Why the hell not? I mean, hell's bells. Never enough dwellings, I say. Never enough dwellings in this game. 32,000. I'm fine with it. 82 more men. Sexy men. Sexy beasts. Though again, only 5 people can actually enter this, which is not the greatest, but hell's mother humping bells. Still, it should be enough to defend while we are building a bunch of soldiers to retake those points where the enemy is. That's again, I wonder because the moment you build an additional building, an additional building, an additional building, they cost more and more. That's the gist of it, if I'm not mistaken. I usually am, but if I'm not mistaken, they start costing more and more, and that's never a good thing. That is never a good thing. So first HP, and let's see how we survive now that we do not have any kind of support from the fortress. Sorry, the fort, not the fortress. Two different things. The fortress wastes your coal and iron. The fort does not. And when you upgrade, we get the officer and all the good stuff. Was that when we upgraded, we get the officer? I gotta make it now remember, but it doesn't matter, does it? No, it does actually. Or was it from the blacksmith? The moment we build the blacksmith together, oh man, too many different games. Fuck it, who cares? Who cares? I care, but who cares? But now we don't even need these peasantry inside, which are the beautiful halberdiers. Now we can position just peasantry inside the fort and start building our army. Thankfully, all the guys say we had since the beginning are still alive. Again, these are the things that I really love about this game. This is what makes Cossacks and GSC so unique. They make unique fucking games. And we also have blockhouses, which are your defense structures of this nature. We already seen them in our first, from the first episode I did for the random sexy Cossacks. That's the first episode I did. So I'm gonna upgrade the attack. So we have the cold steel weapon attack. Now also our musketeers or shooters anyhow also have the melee combat compared to Cossacks 1. They can actually fight in melee, right? So they have also upgraded cold steel weapon attack. You have defense, morale, and defense +2. So we're gonna go for the attack and specifically gonna build, upgrade them a little bit while we can and while we are having fun here. And again, this is just the gist of it, that how much we can really do here in terms of how much, you know, like without getting into it, without getting immediately into the fight, without building units, how much we can survive without military units. And this shows how much you can really do it against the AI, at least. You know, put a bunch of buildings like this, surround your stuff. But this is also the thing, there is a friendly fire in the game. The opening of the fire from the cannons in these locations could actually hit one of your buildings and annihilate it, or your units. And that's also problematic. There is a friendly fire, which is a very nice thing. Let's see how much it costs. Well, to be honest, I'm going to concentrate specifically on the halberdiers. Food 3,200 and gold 330. I'm going to go for a little bit of upgrade here and there. Now we could go again, make a fortress finally again, because why not? But that's going to be only one fortress, and that's how we're going to be doing it. So here you go, we're going to be attacking with one beat. We could make a carrel just for funsies, I guess. We can build a carrack. What's the difference? I never built a carrack and I never built a frigate. So I have no clue how they're going to do this, but how they're going to go with this. But that's a lot of iron, a lot of coal, and really a lot of wood and gold. Am I really certain that I want to waste that? Like, that's going to be the only position where we can utilize these things. So I don't know if I want to waste my time. There are going to be missions where we're going to have to utilize them at some point, Maja. So it's okay. For now, it's okay. I'm going to concentrate on these things specifically. Okay. So first and foremost, blacksmith. Upgrade the halberdier creation speed by 50%. Only 50 gold, which is not a bad thing whatsoever. Arquebusiers create speed. I'm not even gonna utilize them for now, at least, being that they are cheaper version than, of course, Fusiliers, which will be getting, of course, they're the 18th century specific unit, which you have for all. You will need a lot of things for that bullshit and all that. Hell's mother humping bells. But for now, this all is in a good fun. Our officer not utilized by us, which is also great because nobody wants to utilize an officer. Because this was just a test if I can survive without utilizing an officer at all, and we can, just because we put immediately a lot of infantry inside the fort. Really, you know, like, people can underestimate the fort firepower and the way that it does not waste coal or iron in opening fire upon the enemies. Now, of course, we do have the drummer, we do have a standard bearer, and we do have an officer, and that's gonna be the next thing to build. If we, you know, again, to make proper formations, you really need all these three things: an officer, a drummer, and a stand-up. They all give morale boost, they all look cool as fuck, and you need them. Why the hell not? So again, I have to do this evil peasantry over here, not doing absolutely nothing. Let's concentrate on food gathering. Why the hell not is they're not doing anything? But do remember, we are already wasting a lot of peasants out of this building of evil, so let's go with these peasantry over here. As we build, do remember, every one of these these units need a peasantry. That's one of the very important things. Every unit needs a peasantry to be built. So you cannot build anything, any soldier, without a peasant first inside. Another different mechanism, which is cool as fuck. You know, this is the new world, right? And you need colonization point, right? And then you need the colonists to do the entire job. you know, like, you need the villagers to be also fighters, so that you have to create them to defend against the Indians and evil Indians. And that's the awesome thing that I really love about this game specifically. Like, that's such a cool an addition, such a freaking cool an addition, like, really awesome. And finally we can actually look into it a little bit in depth. Anyway guys, I'm gonna stop here this video. It's gonna be a very long video, we're gonna take it very slow. I wish you the very best next time. More love, more sex, and more drugs. Always drugs. Drugs are good, do them often.